Welcome to the Richmond Market Insights Forum podcast, where bold ideas, sharp insight and industry leaders come together. Brought to you by your video team.
Hello, so thank you so much for coming over to us and having a chat. Tell us who you are, what the business name is and what it does.
Hi, so I'm James Turner, but everyone calls me JT, and I'm the founder and CEO of Delineate.
Wow, okay, so what does that do? Delineate.
Delineate is a real-time tracking business, and we operate in brand tracking and campaign evaluation for the world's leading brands.
Wow, okay. So how did that come about? How did you create Delineate? Delineate.
Delineate.
How did you create that?
I created Delineate 7 years ago on the back of some time in public relations, in PR, a very fast-moving marketing service. And in that world, we were starting to experiment with understanding consumer behaviours in real time. And I left that world and came back to brand marketing and realised that research was still left in the dark ages, still running wave-based, slow surveys amongst consumers. And so we built a technology platform which let us talk to consumers every day, all around the world, asking what they've seen, read or heard about brands in media, in conversations with friends and family, in store, in the world around them. And we use that data, add it up each day, each week, to help brands understand the impact of the campaigns they're executing on their brand and the preference from consumers.
Wow, okay, so this is going to help people sort of say, well, this is where we're at, this is what we want to do right now, this is where, the campaign we want to run, and you can find that data and get it in real time, up to date, and say, okay, then this might be the best way to go forward or something like that.
Yeah, so we help businesses understand where their brand is today, how it's seen against their competition, and whether it's where it should be. And we understand whether the campaigns they're running, whether they be brand campaigns or performance marketing campaigns, whether they're helping move the brand to where they want it to be, and of course, generating sales for that business.
And it's all of that data that is really imperative. I mean, we've learned so much in speaking to so many people today. I'm like, data is the groundwork, and without it, actually, what are you measuring your business on in any sense?
Yeah, so the data that many of the suppliers here today at Richmond Events we're bringing is from consumers, and consumers are, of course, a fabulous asset for brands. They need to speak to those consumers to understand their wants, their needs, their desires, and how they're going to behave. But data is nothing without interpretation and context, so it becomes an insight. Only with insights can businesses move forward. They can create commercial opportunity from that data. And that's where businesses like Delineate come in, so we know what to ask, we know how to interpret the answers to those questions, and we put it in context so that businesses can make decisions that impact the commerciality of their business.
And you say there about the right question to ask. That kind of came up in this morning's keynote with the professor, where he was saying, he showed us some numbers, and he said he asked, what's wrong with this? And actually everyone came up with what's wrong, but no one answered what's right and reversed the answer, really.
Yeah, the keynote this morning was super interesting, and that example of the calculations was fascinating. Firstly, what was wrong was where we went as many of us in the audience as analysts. So the number was wrong, but actually the formatting was wrong too.
So much wrong.
2 points wrong with it. Fascinating. But yes, the comment he posed back to us was 3/4 of it is right. I think what we're seeing in this modern age is using data in such a way that you do look at what it can do rather than what it can't, that you embrace different data sources, that you try new suppliers, you try new techniques, you carefully and in a considered way use the dreaded AI, but we don't lose what we are good at as an insights industry, which is understanding consumers, asking them good questions, getting to the truth, and then helping businesses use that truth to get commercial gain.
When I asked you to come over and we had that sort of a pre-chat, I asked if you'd been to Richmond Events before, and you very much indicated you are you've been around doing this. What makes you keep coming back?
So I come back to Richmond Events as often as I can because it's just firstly a great use of time. In one day, I can meet so many amazing prospective clients and some friends in the industry as well, which is great. A fantastic venue, super well organised. And the time we have isn't quite enough. It's just a half an hour with these individuals, and the conversations just leave you really buzzing, but very tired at the end of the day. Of course, the speakers we get at the beginning, in the middle, and the end of the day are always fascinating too.
Incredible. What would be your top tip right now for businesses to use in relation to their data then?
Say again, sorry.
What top tip would you give businesses right now from your business perspective?
So right now, I would consider looking at new suppliers, thinking of the old world as the old world, and looking at people that embrace the future. And embracing the future in a measured way. It's very easy to throw everything out and go all AI, all in. Find an agency partner that understands the opportunities that AI and some of the new technologies will bring to us, but doesn't forget good quality research and insight capabilities.
JT, thank you so much for your time and coming over and chatting to us today.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us on the Richmond Market Insight Forum podcast, where every conversation sparks new thinking. Brought to you by your video team.